Hi guys, Coach Heather here from Kincardine Fit Body Bootcamp. We're going for round 2 of this. I was on here earlier today and Facebook just was not liking me, so kicked me off, didn't say anything. We're gonna try this again. So today, nutrition news, I'm talking about stress, how you can de-stress your life a little bit, some little tips, some pointers, maybe things you're already using in your day, in your life. Maybe you might get some new ideas. Either way, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try and de-stress your lives a little bit. Of course, there are all kinds of stress, work, family, friends, everything. Even physical stress, sometimes we do it to ourselves, sometimes we don't. But the point is that it all adds up. And too much stress in the body is not a good thing. Too much of anything is usually not a good thing. So we want to look at some ideas of how to de-stress a little bit. So first thing, follow a routine. If it's, a routine of how you wake up in the morning, a bedtime routine, how you get certain things done when you get to work, whatever it is. Routine though, consistency gives you a level of comfort in your day and your tasks. So having that routine set in place lets you know what is coming ahead of time, and you will feel a bit more comfortable about what you're doing. Number 2, start your day early. It prevents procrastination. The earlier you get at things, the more likely you are to meet those deadlines and get things done ahead of time, ahead of schedule. Can't complain about that. So try and start your day a little bit earlier. Number 3, try and make a list. So if it's going to the grocery store, if it's setting a meal plan, if it's, organizing your day and what's going on. For those of you who are at boot camp, you know that I work in the little office to the side there. And I have lots of paperwork around because that's just how I am. I like to see what's coming up. I need to see what my days are like. So I have to do all my little schedules with all the paperwork, all the good stuff that is coming up in the gym and things that I need to look after. I am not too tech savvy, so I like old school. I like paper. I like to see what's going on. But make a list, whatever it is, make a list, have it handy, and then you can references, make sure that we're prioritizing things and getting things done. Another one too, sometimes people struggle with is just accepting a problem for what it is. Whatever that source of stress is. Sometimes we can control it, do something about it. Sometimes we can't. But the big thing is to not try and, put some mascara and lipstick on it and call it something different. Just accept it for what it is and go from there. So accept the problem, do what you can, cope, and move on. Another one that often gets overlooked is taking care of yourself. So we get caught up with, what's going on with our kids, what's going on with our family, with work, with our friends, and we forget to take care of ourselves sometimes. So just depending on what that means to you, if it's having some quiet time, if it's, having an Epsom salts bath, using essential oils, meditating. Me, myself, I love going down to the beach and going for a walk. So it just depends on what your you time is, but making sure that you're getting a little bit of that you time in. And also taking care of yourself. So with that, we're talking about nutrition, sleep, everything that goes into making sure that we are able to function and stay on top of our game. So making sure that you're getting some you time in as well, and not just always focusing on the stress and the sources of it. Another one too is, when we're facing problems, when we're facing issues, deadlines, projects, things like that, sometimes we just need to relax. There's only so much that we can do. And if we're doing what we can, then that's the best we can do. Sometimes we just get worked up about, impending deadlines and things that are approaching. And, if there's nothing you can do about it right then and there, then is it really worth all the headache? Is it really worth the hassle and all that stress that you're putting on yourself? And don't multitask. People always brag about multitasking, and sometimes it's great. But when I think multitasking, I'm thinking like, okay, I just put a load of dishes in the dishwasher. I'm gonna go fold some clothes. Will I listen to a podcast of a book that I'm reading, or like something like that? I'm not thinking that I'm managing 3 projects at once or doing multiple tasks that really require my focus and attention, because if I'm doing that, then none of them are getting done to the best of my ability, and I'm not giving that project that, whatever it is, 100% of my time, focus, and energy. So there is a time to multitask, but there's also a time that we need to stop multitasking and just focus on what needs to be done. We need to remove distractions. So whatever that is, If it's music, if it's, kids, if it's family, if it's friends, if it's your phone, and it's just buzzing away because people are liking your picture on Facebook, whatever it is, take those distractions away, okay? Find a quiet space, whatever is going to work for you, and just get rid of those distractions so we can concentrate on the task at hand and get some work done. Another thing that people don't often do is sit back and question themselves. So we'll sit down, we'll focus on a task, we'll think that, this is what I've got to do. And because we're feeling a little stressed, we think that we need to find that solution right away, and we need to act on that solution right away and get things in motion. But sometimes we're much further ahead to just stop, think about the problem, think about the possible solutions, and sort of sit and interview yourself about, okay, is this the right solution for me? Am I going to be able to pull this off? Is there anything else I can do to maybe, combat this situation a little differently? Are there any different resources that I can pull from? Do I have any family, friends? Is there anything else that I can learn about the situation before I act on it? And sometimes just taking that extra little bit to sit back and reflect gives you, a whole other perspective on the situation or a whole other answer to the issue itself. We talked about starting early, avoiding procrastination, things like that, and taking care of ourselves. So eating well, exercising, sleeping, remembering to breathe. All of these things are really important, guys, and sometimes we're just overlooking them. One of the nice things that I've really tried to be mindful of the past couple months is sitting and enjoying a meal, usually dinner with my family, but taking that time to really sit, relax, and enjoy doing something that I'm doing. Oftentimes, I'll be honest, I got my phone because I'm sitting there and I've got 5 minutes, and if I just check this, or if I just get this done, and there's one less thing I have to do later. But if you're always doing that, then when is the time for you to just sit and relax? There's always going to be something that you could be doing. That's inevitable. But, sometimes it takes more dedication, more work to just sit back and relax and just simply enjoy doing what you're doing and being in that moment. So make sure that you're doing that every once in a while and having fun. A lot of time, you can have that same stress of that same workload, everything. But if you take that time and just do something fun and laugh out loud, it does wonders for the body and for the level of stress as well. And the last one that I can recommend that some people try, myself included, learn to share, right? Share responsibility, share the problem, share the issues. So when I say share, I don't just mean, delegating tasks or responsibilities. I'm talking about sharing feelings. I'm talking about just spending time with people, just sharing in general. There are so many people in this world. There's so many people in our lives. And so many times we just feel like we have to do it on our own, or that we have to be the one person that's responsible. But we have so many people out there. We have such a big network of family and friends out there. And such a great community here in Kincardine too, that, we can reach out, we can lean on people. And if it's not to deal with certain stress issues in our life, then it's just to have fun and to vent and get out and relax. There are lots of great things going on in the community as well. New season starting up. So there's hockey, there's figure skating, there's free skate, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So there's lots of opportunity out there to definitely get in some exercise and relaxation, and to meet people and have some fun. So I hope that was helpful for some of you who are experiencing a little bit of stress. Big time in terms of transitions, kids going back to school. Some people are returning to work then because they had the summer off to be with their kids. The weather is starting to get cold, starting to get chilly. I think I went in the lake for the last weekend. I don't know, we'll see. But the point is winter's coming. So it is, days are going to start to get shorter and things like that. It can be a depressing time at points, so I'm just taking the time to make sure that we are enjoying our lives and all the good things that we have in our lives, and just being thankful for what we do have. So thank you for taking the time to listen and share with me. If you have any questions, any comments, just message me, guys. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.